Apple revolutionized personal technology with the introduction of the Macintosh in 1984. Today, Apple leads the world in innovation with iPhones, iPads, the Mac, and the Apple Watches. Apple's three software platforms, iOS, OS X, and watchOS, provide seamless experiences across all Apple devices and empower people with breakthrough services including the App Store, Apple Music, Apple Play, and iCloud. In recent decades, the world has become more and more dependent upon technology. This has evolved, creating more demand. Right from the digital watch during the early 20th century, various technology companies brought out smartwatches capable of the functions of those found on a computer. Though these functions were limited, in September 2013 we saw the first fully functional smartwatch. This was capable of the equivalent functions found on a smartphone. This was brought to the market first by Samsung, and then most notably followed by LG and Motorola. 2014 sales figures show that Samsung had dominated the smartwatch market, with almost double the quantity of sales as its leading competitors, which at the time were Pebble, Fitbit, Sony, Lenovo, and LG. This was short-lived as in September 2014 Apple brought out its new product called the Apple Watch. When analysing the units of shipments to a global market share by leading smartwatch vendors, it is shown that in Q2 of 2014, Samsung had made 700 worldwide shipments and was the owner to 73.6% global market share. Comparatively, in Q2 of 2015, this had significantly dropped to 7.5% due to Apple's release of the Apple Watch, which caused them to take over 75.5% of the global market share, with approximately 4 million worldwide shipments. Apple had once again dominated another market share at the expense of Samsung. Samsung were the first company to bring attention to the smartwatch device. If we look closer into the functions of the Apple Watch comparatively to its competitors, smartwatches produced by other brands are capable of producing majority of the functions available by the Apple Watch. The point of differentiation for Apple has always been their ability to provide a user-friendly and reliable product. Using this point of difference, they are able to set their price and market a product that has more perceived value over its competitors. The Apple Watch is an innovative product as it has been more successful than its competitors in developing the technology that works with paired devices and explores new ways to grow the company through other avenues such as Apple Pay.
Magnifying content on a small display is fundamentally important. So we've developed a whole new interface specific to the challenges associated with a product this small. The Digital Crown is a remarkable input device. It fluidly zooms into apps. You can get someone's attention with a gentle tap. You can send a quick sketch, or you can even share something as personal as your own heartbeat.
A problem argued against technology we use today is that these devices are taking away the original social connection and intimacy people share communicating face-to-face in opposed to text message or email. The true innovation that differentiates Apple Watch from its competitors is the way it reconnects people at an intimate and personal level. Apple Watch also brings innovation to its market. People may get the idea that the Apple Watch is just a smaller version of the iPhone strapped to your wrist, or the screen size inhibits some of the touch functions that are available on the iPhone. This, however, is incorrect. This places Apple Watch in the dynamically continuous innovation type, as it requires users to have a moderate amount of learning and behavioural change to adapt to it. The smartwatch is a classic example of convergence, as the functions of the watch and smart device come together to provide a great benefit. But again, what makes the Apple Watch more successful in the industry? Firstly, let's briefly talk about consumer behaviour. How and why consumers buy a product or service derives from consumer behaviour, which is defined as the dynamic interaction of affect and cognition, behaviour, and the environment by which human beings conduct the exchange aspects of their lives. Two primary sources influence the consumer decision-making process, those being regarded as internal and external influences. To understand this process, the company or researcher's perspective requires a vast amount of research and analysis. From a consumer perspective, on the other hand, can take as little as a matter of seconds to make decisions, as these internal and external influences remain primarily subconscious. Although seconds may be an understatement, as the amount of effort put into these buying decisions depends on the customer's level of involvement. We could note that the Apple Watch is towards the high end of the involvement spectrum, as there are potentially perceived risks entailed. Let's look at some of the factors that play a role in the product choice for the Apple Watch customer. Although a higher price is perceived as a risk at first, the level of involvement initially is a little high. However, it is perceived that price is quality, so consumers get the perception that they will receive a better quality product from Apple Watch over its competitors. Through Apple's motivation to maintain a lifetime value customer, another element of the Apple Watch thrives off its brand loyalty. The Apple is already an established company and is favoured brand by many people in the technology industry today, as they have had the satisfaction with Apple's previous products. In order to select the type of customer, Apple has divided the market into small subsets, which is based on characteristics or attributes of the consumer, or otherwise known as the target market. This has been highly driven by the price and also desired purpose for the end user. The Apple Watch is by far the most personalised device developed so far. A device you wear is vastly different from one that you keep in your pocket or carry on you. The initial launch is based on targeting its existing Apple consumers from the internal environment or Apple employees, who are brand loyal consumers who make up the integral part of the Apple company, and of course its external consumers who thrive on obtaining new and innovative products released by Apple. To introduce the Apple Watch to the global market, they started to co-purchase with the iPhone 6 in a bundle. This way they sold about 60% of the total 800,000 sold units. The profit in the first year is estimated of $80 million. Furthermore, the application that have been well thought out and the promotion of the Sport series has been the target towards people intending to pursue a healthy lifestyle and routine and enter a category in terms of price. All categories appeal to younger to medium aged group, otherwise known as Gen Y and the baby boomers generation, as they are more tech savvy consumers who embrace the innovation, change in products and services made available. Apple believe that the needs of the target market will be made up into three distinct groups: health conscious, price sensitive and battery sensitive. Health conscious groups have the latest technology and work out more than 4 times a week. This makes up a total of 42% of the target market. 60% of the health conscious group already own an iPhone, while 82% of the group are brand loyal to Apple. The battery life group make up 26% of the Apple market and are brand loyal users. The consumer identifies with battery life being of high concern, and 23% of them are likely to buy an Apple Watch. The remaining 32% are price sensitive and the majority doesn't wear watches, so they are least likely to buy an Apple Watch before or until a price change occurs. Through the use of the perceptual map, you can see that consumers identify the Apple Watch to be more functional and aesthetically pleasing product in comparative to its competitors. Understanding how the market perceives a wearable device and its position of the Apple Watch helps to understand Apple's pricing strategy and approach to the marketing mix. Marketing mix consists of the tools that are used to create a desired response among a set of predefined users: product, price, promotion and place. The Apple Watch is available in 2 sizes and available in 3 different categories: a casual, a sports and gold series, each having an option of varying styles and makes of wristbands to personalise your tailored product. A further promotional tool is the range of apps becoming available that are not only personable but easily accessible on the wrist of the consumer, but integrate with a large range of apps that are commonly used with the iPhone devices. Apple Pay offers a new method to create easy transactions without the need to carry a wallet. The benefit to consumers is to make secure transactions from their wearable device. Geographic beacons allows the consumer to connect with direct marketing information within a region due to their geographic location. This is a good way to develop a customer relationship (CRM) as it plays a mutual benefit to both business and consumer. Businesses can utilize the data-driven and direct response marketing to personalize its advertising to its consumers based on consumer trends. The consumer can then evaluate their desires for the product and or service. The price for the Apple Watch differs between the various models. Entry price is from $499. You can go right up to $24,000 depending on the package you choose. The distribution process is well established with its current product lines. This allows Apple to produce a watch and move them onto customers using channel intermediaries, such as wholesalers, agents and brokers who help products to be channeled easily through to consumers all around the world. The internet as a distribution channel has also allowed consumers to shop in the comfort of their own time for Apple devices. This process is called disintermediation, which eliminates some layers of the distribution and in turn reduces costs and improves the distribution of the watch. Apple has a far superior product to its competitors. Apple has its research from previous products and promotions to add to the development of its marketing mix. It can be argued that the introduction of such digital advances may be a little bit premature to enter into the marketplace. It can also be said that Apple's innovation products have a 10-year life cycle and is due for the next drive through in technology, and wearable devices are the next step. However, this is certainly the direction technology advances are moving towards, with Apple's competitors already testing the market for some time. Taking this analysis of the marketing mix, Apple's careful deliberation of product position allows them to quickly dominate the market segment of wearable devices using integrated marketing communications. Apple will no doubt follow the same principles that saw the success of the iPhone when developing their integrated communication strategy. The strategy follows the 5 basic principles of: inform consumers about the new product and where it's available, remind consumers to continue using Apple products, persuade consumers to use their brand over others, build relationship with customers, assist the other elements of the marketing mix to achieve the company's objectives. The various communications Apple use are advertising using mass media and social media networks, consumer sales promotion offers, outdoor advertising, personal selling in stores, public relations including press releases and sponsorship. In summary, the innovation of Apple's wearable device, the Apple Watch, is in its early introduction phase of its life cycle. It sure shows great prospects of revolutionising how we choose to use devices as a part of our daily lives in the future.